Welcome to Sailing Jireh. This is chapter 2. In today's video I want to tell you guys a story why I had to spend 9 weeks living in Denmark.
Okay, after 9 frustrating hours on the road in pouring rain, finally made it to Handbjerg Marina. And if you look closely, the tallest mast, the one over there, is our beautiful new boat. I think it's time for a beer. Bye.
In the home of the previous owner. How it took days and weeks to get the wrapping off. How we had to sand a 15-meter boat not once, not twice, but at least 7 times. Why else can the kids had to stay in Zeewolde, the Netherlands, to get the house ready for sale. Oh, and not to forget, we had 7 kittens in the house. This all was a 9-week long process, and I will try to tell the story in the length of this video. The first thing was to get the boat out of the water. We call this a haul out. They then used a tractor to bring the boat from the crane to the boatyard where we started to work on it.
Amphibious.
This was actually pretty scary to see. These guys do this all the time, but to us it looked very rough.
Bye, boats. Dude, chill.
Then in the boatyard we started the process of removing all the plastic wrapping from the boat.
Yeah, the glue is going. What about the epoxy?
This stuff was so hard to get off. We first started to just peel it off, but then it just kept ripping, and then we started using a heat gun. So this took all way too long, so the next step was just torch it. So the only way was to do it the old-fashioned way, just peel it off millimeter by millimeter.
This is the wrapping we're trying to peel off. It's on there so tight.
But after a lot of elbow grease and a lot of time, we got the whole boat clean. Because Danish weather, it was raining all the time, we decided to put the boat inside a hole to do the rest of the painting process. In order to do that, we had to remove the mast with a crane.
New home for the next few weeks.
Luckily there was a nice hole available where we can put the boat where she fit and where we can do the rest of the work.
There she is.
And then the sanding process started. We had to go all the way down to the bare polyester, and after that rebuild all the layers. The adhesive used for the foil was so tough to get off, so we created this little tool which heats up the adhesive and the scraper scrapes it off. The wrap on the keel was actually impossible to get off the normal way because of all the pressure that the water had put against it. So we had to really grind into it. After that we used filler to fair it and get it nice and smooth again. And this was actually the last bit we had to do before we can put up the new epoxy coat. above the waterline we used 3 layers of epoxy. After each layer it had to be sanded again. Since I wanted the top to be really dark and the bottom pane white, the epoxy layers under the waterline are white. And of course sanding in between every layer. And some jobs in between. We were finally ready to put on the last few layers. We decided that spraying was our best option, and Jesper was doing an amazing job at this. So after spending weeks away from home in Denmark, in the house of someone we only met weeks ago, we couldn't be more proud of the result. I mean, look at it. In summary, we used 3 layers of epoxy above the waterline, 7 layers of epoxy under the waterline, 4 layers of hard anti-fouling, and 4 layers of top coat. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.